Today I am taking a look at the tool cart. They put in a lot of corner protection, so that is excellent. We don't have to worry about dings on this thing, as well as lots of foam padding. And there it is. So we actually got some rubber mats on here. Even comes with rubber mats in the drawer, and we got our instructions. So we got some pegboard hooks, we got our casters, and what's nice about these is you don't have to screw these things in, you just kind of pop them into place like a chair. So we got 4 of those, we got our handle, and we got 4 bolts to attach that. So I like that they did that, so that way if you don't want to have a handle, like maybe you want to put this right up against a wall, you don't even have to install that. And it has plugs in the ends. The top is empty aside from the mat. Well, curled up, that's okay, we'll just lay that out flat. So this is our top chest. So the way they have this designed, we could just leave this in here and we could pull these drawers out so it'd just be one shorter chest. And that way we just have a bunch of drawers so it would fit into a smaller area. For something that you're gonna be pushing around, that might actually be a better idea, but we're gonna use this as a top chest. So to get access to this, we are gonna pull off this side panel. There we go. So we could theoretically pull it out the front, I think, but there are some tabs right here that is going to keep it from falling out. It would take a little bit of work. I think this is going to be the easiest option. Oh. So they actually have this bolted down, so there's no way this thing could fall out while you're moving it. Kind of a neat idea for a tool chest. Just giving you that adaptability depending on where you're going to be using it. And while we got it tipped up, we may as well put our casters in. So they just push in. They are kind of a tight fit, which is good. That means we're not going to have to worry about them slipping around and being a problem. May have to use the weight to knock that guy in. So these do have brakes. So you twist this forward. That will lock it. Twist it back, and it will roll. We got brakes on the 2 front ones and no brakes on the 2 rear ones. Nice. And here are our keys. So it does come with 2 keys and it does come locked. Oh, that's nice. So you put some blocks of foam in here to prevent this thing from bouncing around. So with this locked, all that's going to do is lock the top, but these drawers can slide out. The only thing holding the drawers in are these bars. But all of these also have liners. Very nice, so we don't have to worry about our tools sliding around. Even the tiny ones also have liners. Cool. So as this is, it has kind of like a side access in here, which you might actually want. Like if you're trying to put this thing into a corner, you want to have more access to the rear. But I'm going to put this side panel back on. Okay, so I am curious. So there are no holes in the top, so even though the bottom of the top of the chest is threaded, so you could theoretically bolt that to the top, if you wanted to try to actually make that happen, you would have to drill this out yourself. Not really that big of a deal. Most tool chests have those things loose anyway. I actually prefer it that way because that means that I can take this guy and I can lift that off and I can move it around, so that way if I just need the tools that are in the top, I can take that right out to the work site. I don't have to take the whole thing with me. That's especially important if you have to like climb stairs or a ladder or anything like that. So it does fit within this little well right here. There is a little bit of space in the back, so if I take this all the way to the back, right about a 3-inch lip right here on the front where you can set things on top. So we do have a couple of holes here in the bottom where this was attached to the bottom. So if you put a bunch of small things in here, there is a potential they might fall through those holes. You can always plug those up with these bolts and then just put a nut on the bottom to hold it in place. That's really going to be up to you. I'm just going to plug those with those bolts. Call that a day. And it does look like on this side, we got a pegboard for these hooks. So we can hang these up in whatever kind of a configuration we prefer. And there are 4 total hooks. There are holes right here for putting on the handle, so we can put that on either side, but the pegboard hooks are only on the right. So all we have to do is grab this little plastic clip and push it up, and then we can pull it out and do the same thing on the other side. But what we can see with these out is that these are full ball bearing slides. So these are going to slide very nicely. So that's always a nice thing to have. Now it does look in the camera like there's a little dent right here, but to the eye I can't even see that. I'm not even really sure how the camera is picking that up. It does look like only the top chest will lock, so there is no lock for the bottom. So you'll have to gauge whether or not that is going to be important to you. But other than that, I mean, it does look like a really nice tool chest. It will roll around, it will hold tools. We got locks in the wheels, we got nice slides for the drawers. For the price, it is not bad at all. That is much better than having all your tools in a bunch of little plastic bins or whatever. So overall, for what it is, I am happy with that.